I'm Austin Hodge, and this is my wife, Juping Ha.
Hi, good morning.
We're here at our tea house, 7 Cups in Tucson, Arizona. We're in the tea business, and for Americans are used to tea bags, and some Americans are a little bit afraid of whole leaf tea, that it might be difficult to prepare the tea. But we want to show you today just how easy it is to do whole leaf tea. It's pretty easy, isn't it?
So today we will make an example for the green tea, which is called the Longjing. That's the most famous green tea in China. Also, the American knows about this tea. So today we will just use a glass to make it.
Yeah, just a simple glass. No Yixing pots, no kung fu tea ceremony. If you go to Longjing, they'll make Longjing in a glass for you just this way. And if you go to a good tea house in China, they'll make really good green tea in a glass. And we're going to show you how easy it is to do that right now. The first step is warming up the glass.
This step for the smell the dry tea leaves fragrance. So if you like to do this, you can use this way. Warm up your glass with hot water. So you can easily to smell your dry tea leaves fragrance. If you use this way, you still can't smell your tea's fragrance, which this tea maybe saved too long.
Yeah, in China, the smell of the tea it's like wine. It's just as important as the taste of the tea. And if tea without any smell is usually tea that's not very fresh. So tea is very important. So right now, smelling the dry tea leaves is kind of like smelling the cork on a bottle of wine.
Yes. The Longjing famous with the smell, and also famous with the color. Looks should be green, light yellow green. Green tea also we did appreciate the beautiful tea leaves and the taste. Now I put just about a tablespoon tea leaves into the glass.
Yeah, that's about 3 or 4 grams. If you're like me, it's more like 5 or 6 grams. But these whole leaf teas, you don't have to worry too much about them being too bitter. They're a little bit astringent, but usually the bitterness comes from breaking up the tea leaves. Now, what my wife is doing now is cooling this water off a little bit, because the good green tea, you don't want to use water that's boiling. You want to let it cool off to about anywhere from 160 to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. That's about 80 degrees centigrade, is that right?
80 degrees.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And she's going to fill about 1/3 of the glass. And these tea leaves are dry, and we want the water to soak into the tea leaves slowly and get a good smell too.
We soak this tea only about 15 seconds, just waiting for a little while. In this time, you also can smell. So we can appreciate this tea's fragrance a few times. You just feel like you're into some field or forest, very fresh. Should be very fresh.
Longjing is it's one of the most famous teas in China. It's grown in the Hangzhou area. Hangzhou is about 2 hours from Shanghai. green tea is very popular in the east and the central part of China, along the Yangtze River Valley.
Yes, during the big city, which like Shanghai, Hangzhou, their favorite is long tea.
My favorite. Well, this is the tea that started me on my tea journey about 14 years ago, because I had some and I couldn't believe it, and before I knew it, I was in China.
If you boil in the water, the simple way, you just waiting for like over 5 minutes. The boiling water, the temperature will down to like about 160 degrees. Will be okay. So you don't need to use a pitcher to cool it down.
Yeah, you can just let the water cool down for about 5 minutes after it boils. Also, if you're one of the kind of people that likes to watch water boil, you know, when it first starts to boil, it makes little tiny bubbles. The Chinese call those crab eye bubbles. Those bubbles are about the right temperature for making green tea.
So now we pour all the water into the glass now. Then we're waiting for like about 2 minutes. Then start to drink. So now you can see the tea leaves start to open.
You know, all of the tea leaves eventually will float down to the bottom of the glass. Here, pour a little bit in here, honey. Now this is my breakfast tea here. I've been drinking this tea since this morning, so it's about third or fourth infusion. You know, the color is a nice yellowish green color, and all of the tea leaves settle down at the bottom. See, there's none floating on the top. But in the beginning, there'll be tea leaves floating on the top, and as the water soaks into the tea leaves more, they'll all float down to the bottom. You can notice some of the tea leaves are still pointing towards the top. That's because the unopened leaf has a little bit of air in it, just a little tiny bit. This tea is the pluckings are 1 bud and 2 leaves, and the leaves should be smaller than the bud. So it's just fresh, unopened leaves. So that's it. We just made some tea. Made it in a glass, made it professionally, and it looks pretty good now. Right.
Color start comes out. It's green and very light yellow. This is the right color for the Longjing. The tea color can't be very green, cause the color comes from the buds. Buds can't be very green. Maybe some tea leaves tea will looks more green. But the Longjing, the right color look is a light yellow green. First smell.
Oh, I'm smelling the microphone now. Oh, that's the old tea. It smells good too. Here, let me try this one.
When I blow it, the tea leaves which floating on the surface of water, those tea leaves will go back. Then, if we go close, you can see one side of me, no tea leaves. I drink from them.
What she said was that you can blow the tea leaves out of the way. You know that tea leaves are good to eat. Mao Zedong ate all of his tea leaves, and you get a little bit extra vitamin C. You can make dumplings with them. Don't be afraid of the tea leaves. And eventually they all sink down to the bottom, as you can see here. So we're at 7 cups, Tucson's only Chinese tea house. I'm Austin Hodge, my wife Ju Ping.
Yes, I'm Ju Ping.
And And we'll say goodbye for right now. Please look us up at www.7cups.com on the web. Please come to our tea house in Tucson, 2516 East 6th Street, and share a cup of tea with us.
Yeah, we will teach you just a very simple way to make the Chinese loose tea to get a better taste, to get more nutrition.
I will be back again next time. Thanks for tuning in.